Welcome, my dear viewer, to Professor Paul M. Kebicho, PhD, QB, HSC official YouTube channel. This time loud and a different location altogether. You're used to seeing me in my office, but today I have decided to extend my good gesture to all of you because you're my friends by letting you know where you can actually put and hide your money for posterity. As you're all aware, many Kenyans have been swindled their money by so many unscrupulous members out there, but I have come to present to you something that is well researched on. I have done what we call the background search, and I can assure you at a confidence level of 99.99 that whatever I'm going to mention to you today has been verified and ratified. And as you're all aware, honesty is my currency, integrity is my currency. And here I am. Today, I want to share with you something that I just came across that I thought was good for me to share with you. We all require to have what we call a portion of land. It is quite unfortunate that majority of us people, our names only appear in the birth registry. Then Kenya National Examination Council, then maybe in the colleges that you went, or maybe the universities that you went, and that's all. Some of us don't even have a passport, as a matter of fact. Others have never gone beyond the Republic of Kenya. It is the high time that you get your name inscribed in what we call the land registry in the Republic of Kenya. And when you do that, you know you're gradually growing your wealth. So I've come to talk about owning a piece of land in a place where possibilities are the in thing, where tourists flock, where people, I'm telling you, many Kenyans, they call it Vasha Gardens. I'm going to introduce what we call the Vasha Gardens. And this Vasha Gardens is being sold by a company that is totally reputable in the Republic of Kenya that has been certified. That's also a member of the land buying companies in the Republic of Kenya in the Riyadh. This company is called Tayari Capital Ventures. And you know what? You'll not believe it. Even before I tell you the kind of piece of land they're selling to you, you can't imagine. This piece of land is only 5 kilometers away from the tarmac road, and above all, it is arable land. If you buy it today, and I'll be giving you, they are giving it at a discounted rate. And from the month of October towards the end of October, the price will be going up. I want to take advantage between now and the end of October. And this piece of land, believe me, when you buy this piece of land, it is properly developed. You know what? These are features that you can't get anywhere else. Believe you me. This piece of land is actually one. Note this. One, it has a clubhouse. A clubhouse meaning that when you want to have some time to discuss issues with your age mates and what have you, you'll be having a very well-made space for you men to go and exchange your ideas pertaining to what life has been entailing. Imagine this piece of land. This Vasha Gardens is offering you a clubhouse. What about churches? They have even spared good chunk of land for churches. We are not saying it is Catholic, PCA, full gospel. All churches, they have been given a space, and a big one, so you can also be knowing that you have a spiritual place to go and meet with your God in terms of meditation, in terms of actually having a one-on-one with your God. What else? Imagine a hospital, and not just a hospital. A level 6 hospital, I can tell you that. It will have what you call the CT scan. It will have what you call the MRI. It will have what you call, you can't imagine, laser technology. Telemedicine will be there. Everything will be there, fully equipped with even what we call wards. It is there. It will be constructed and everything is actually in place. What about a school? Not just a school, a good school that provides quality education, both CBC and IGCSE. Imagine that one will be offered in the same Vasha Gardens. Oh, what about home for the aged? There comes a time, you see, we say growing old is mandatory, but growing up is optional. Fine. Because growing old is mandatory, then what will we do when we are old enough and our children have left us in our homes? We require to go and join other elderly people like us so that we can share as we enjoy our twilight years. This Vasha Gardens is providing what we call home for the aged, with doctors, with nurses, with all medical equipment, so that your health can be taken care of. Of course, we say death is certain. The only uncertainty about death is when it will strike. Imagine they have kept aside over 20 acres where people, for a private cemetery where people can be rested. So when you go there, it is all in all. So we have churches, we have mosques, whatever it is that you are looking for is provided for by Vasha Gardens. This piece of land is being offered to you by a company that is known. Imagine they have ready titles. Should you want to go and visit this piece of land, they even have their own courtesy buses, and you'll be shower driven. And over above all, life will be provided, refreshments will be provided, and you'll be brought back to where they picked you from. This is what we call Tayari Capital Ventures. So In order for you to get this piece of land, imagine the management has decided to lower the prices to accommodate all of you. Because they have been in the market for quite a long time, their interest is not what we call making money. God has blessed them. It is to ensure that they provide a place where one can call his, so that you can own a title. Imagine they were magnanimous enough to reduce the price from 585,000 to 385,000 Kenya shillings. This offer lasts for only 2 months from now. So from the month of October, the prices will be going back to 585,000 shillings. So if I were you, I would just pick my phone and call this number 0748 510 000. 0748 510 000. You will be given all the information that you require to make a decision. And you know what? If that number is engaged, because as we speak right now, I can tell you the numbers are engaged. You can also call 0748 511 911. 0748 511 911, and we have what we call a call center completely dedicated for you, our customers, both locally and abroad. Doesn't matter, once you call, your call will be answered. And remember, over and above all, you only require to book with as little as 20,000, 40,000, 100,000 shillings, and then a dedicated plot will be kept for you aside. And remember, the slots are very, very limited. Already, the initial chunk of land was 300 acres. As we speak right now, we have less than 100 acres remaining. So please take your phone, call this number, hear from them, make a point of even sending your representative. You can invoke what we call the power of attorney, and of course send your representative to come and be taken to Naivasha Fascia Gardens to see, because according to Professor Confucius, he says seeing is believing, and of course you'll see how the piece of land is. You can grow everything. There is plenty of water, there is electricity, and it's only 5 kilometers away from the tarmac road. Please take your phone, call 0748 510 000. You will be guided more. All 0748 511 911. And over and above all, look at this. This is how that place looks like. And I'm telling you, Tayari Capital Ventures, it's a serious land real estate company. You can see Tayari Capital Ventures, they're telling you at only 385,000 Kenya shillings. And you know what? That amount includes the title deed. Surely, aren't you being given for free? Why don't you own a piece of land? Why can't you have your name inscribed in this precious paper called title deed, so that you can also be saying, I also own a piece of land in what we call, in the land that God provided in the escarpment, which is called Naivasha. The Fascia Gardens is waiting for you. And you know what? The title deeds are ready for you. And over and above all, remember, when you go to Fascia Gardens, you can see it will be a gated community. The roads will be properly done so that movement will be good and smooth. Water will be provided. Schools are there. Home for the aged. The crab house. Even the cemetery, because no matter from which angle we look at it, at one time we must exit from this universe. So we do not want you to have the hassles and bustles. So you even have what we call a specified place where you rest, so that as you rest, you can be knowing, I'm resting next to my piece of land, which I bought in the year 2024. And of course, preferably in the month of September. And this being my month of my birth, I thought I should look at the kind of, even the designs, they even have the architects. They can even give you the architect to draw the plan. They have even what we call the plans for the houses. So, and over and above all, look at this. The hospital is what we call ultra-modern hospital with laser technology, laser studying for lighting by amplification, simulation, emission of radiation. Then Cosmo taught, let me be very open with you, that leave alone the hospital also, and leave alone what we call the crab house. They also have what we call CBC, System of Education, IGCSE, with competent members of staff. You can't afford to miss this particular opportunity. And I have told you they have what you call a private cemetery, where all of us will be listed, should you decide to be listed there. And this, imagine, 50 by 100, complete 50 by 100 is going at only 385 Kenya shillings, inclusive of the title deed. And you go home smiling. Well, what are you waiting for? This is the chance you've been waiting for. Kindly call Tayari Capital Ventures on 0748 510 000 or 0748 511 911, and you secure a plot for you. You can even book 2 or even 3. And once you make your payment, your title will be laid in a very, very short period of time. And you know what? The brains behind Tayari Capital Ventures, competent, skilled, tested, and proven. And I'm telling you this as a lawyer. I'm also a lawyer by training. I've done the background search. They are trusted. They have delivered many, and we shall never disappoint. And you know what? At Tayari Capital Ventures, we say honesty is our currency. Transparency is our currency. Integrity is our currency. And I can assure you, if you don't get that piece of land now, then you require special prayers. Kindly take your phone and call 0748 510 000 or 0748 511 911 to have your piece of land booked. Those if you're in Nairobi, they are actually located at Seattle Mall. It is called Seattle City Mall, Block B, first floor. They are here in Seattle City Mall. Once you come here, you'll be served. And they're also in Ridgeways. By the way, if you go to Ridgeways, I think it's also called Seattle City Mall or Ridgeways, you'll be guided. Once you call that number, don't you worry, you'll be guided accordingly. This has been your financial consultant, your legal consultant and advisor, Professor Paul M. Kebicho, PhD, QB, HSC, and I'm telling you, you'll never go wrong. And remember, you better buy and wait as opposed to waiting to buy. Because the opposite is when you wait to buy, the prices will be very exorbitant. Don't wait for the tarmac road to be constructed for you to buy. Let it find you there because you have the advantage of what we call the opportunity cost. May God bless you. Always a pleasure talking to you. In case of anything, you have my number, you have the number for this company, and I'm telling you, you'll never go wrong. May God bless you. Shalom.